Hello there, everyone. It's Miss Dark Shigo here, and today, since we are now entering September, I am going to be reviewing some Halloween themed movies because, now we're getting into, fall spooky month, and yeah. And as you can see, I am going to be reviewing this movie today, and this movie is called Scooby Doo on Zombie Island. You guys who have been following my main channel, known as the Lion Queen, should know by now that Scooby Doo and on Zombie Island is actually one of my favorites next to Witch's Ghost, which I plan to review Witch's Ghost in the future, so you guys will get to see that. But today I am going to be explaining to you guys, what is Scooby Doo in, on Zombie Island it is about. So, I mean, most of you guys who've been, Scooby Doo fans or Hanna-Barbera cartoon fans for a while now. So, most of you guys who've, been a Scooby Doo fan for a while, most of you guys who have seen Scooby Doo should know what this movie is about. However, though, I am going to be sitting there and saying, if you are a hardcore Scooby Doo fan or Hanna-Barbera cartoon fanatic like I am, yeah, most of you guys should know what this movie is. So, I guess with that being the case and with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and explain, what the movie is about, especially for those who have not seen the movie in like a really, really, really long time, or for those who have not seen it. And to the people who have not seen the movie, please, for the love of God, you gotta see it because I can guarantee you, you are not going to be disappointed. It is such a great movie. It's kind of like Walking Dead with Scooby Doo in it. That's one of the reasons I can put into words of how great this movie is. So, I believe there is, I think there is a couple full movie people uploading full movies of it on YouTube as well. So you guys will not have a problem trying to find it. So there's that. So I guess with that being said, I think we should go ahead and get started with that, shall we? So basically, the plot of this movie is about Scooby and the gang, well, Mystery Inc. So you know the gang like Fred, Velma, Daphne, Shaggy, and Scooby Doo. So also with that being said, they go solve this mystery about the moat monster, and the gang ends up going their separate ways, and of course, Mystery Inc. eventually broke up. But however, though, Daphne's real reality TV show called Coast to Coast with Daphne Blake, Daphne really wants to go find a real life ghost or monster, not just somebody in masks. Because, well, if you've seen that common scenario in Scooby Doo, you'll know people, go around and they're in costumes and that's basically what the gang ends up seeing every time they end up seeing, solving a mystery. It turns out to be anybody wearing a mask. I mean, anybody who's seen Scooby Doo will know that scenario. So basically, the gang get back together on Daphne's birthday and they decide to, go trying to see if they could find a real ghost at certain places. But however, they did not have any luck doing it so far. So, with that being said, unfortunately, but the gang, they ended up deciding they will go try something else. And they get invited to Moonscar Island, which is in Louisiana, who they've been invited by a woman named Lena Dupree, who happens to be one of the main villains in the movie, who takes them there. And when she does take them there, that's when freaky shit really start to happen. Like, for example, the zombies start coming out of the ground, and I mean, they don't have any blood or anything or guts in the movie, but they look as if, even if it's animated, it does look really creepy. Like, the zombies look really creepy. I mean, they're not like Walking Dead style crazy, but at the same time, though, I mean, a lot of people really have to say that this movie as a kid really disturbed them. And not gonna lie, it actually did disturb me a bit as a kid. So there's no doubt about that. But looking back at this movie, I personally remembered how great it was in a way that made me really like zombies. I mean, I can watch, Zombieland, The Walking Dead and stuff, and nothing bad would happen or come across it. So there's definitely that. But anyways, I guess with that being said, let's get on with, well, more of well, the movie. So basically, the gang go with Lena on a ferry to the bayou, and once they do, they end up going through what seems to be, well, they go through this bayou, like swampy area, and they stay at this one mansion that was owned by Simone, who happened to be the owner of the man of this mansion, or Pepper Plantation House. And what's really awesome is that Lena is voiced by Tara Strong. Tara Strong is the same person who voiced Raven in Teen Titans. She voiced Bubbles in Powerpuff Girls. Most of you guys should know who Tara Strong is. I mean, she voiced a lot of characters, and she was Lena in this movie. And in this film, we see like when the gang are staying, they see a lot of, well, really freaky stuff that starts happening, like, for example, zombies coming out of the ground, and it turns out there is a disturbing backstory as to why the zombies are on the island, and I'm going to be getting to that part in a bit. So more freaky haunted things start to happen, and later the gang, with the exception of Shaggy and Scooby, get captured by Lena and Simone, and they learn that Morgan Moonscar and his pirate buddies were actually killed by Simone and Lena, who happened to be werecats, which, of course, their backstory was pretty disturbing, not gonna lie, because Lena and Simone were once, young settlers on the bayou of Morgan Moonscar Island until, well, they until their, place gets, infested with pirates, and then Simone ends up, becoming a cat creature, as well as Lena. And what they're doing now is they're luring people to the island, and just to drain their lives to become immortal. I mean, that's actually what happened in the movie. Honestly, I can definitely say right now that this was actually one of the most really unsettling but disturbing Scooby Doo films I've ever seen. But I mean, it's not really disturbing, like disturbingly crazy, but it definitely plays really, really freaky parts. I mean, I can imagine this one probably scared anyone as a young child. I mean, as a kid, I was like unsettled by it, but now as an adult, I don't see it as scary or anything like that anymore. I mean, this film is like 25 years old. It's the same age as I am, because I was born in the same year that this film came out. And I'm really glad that this movie came to exist, because I personally love this fucking movie. And this movie, I can definitely say, this is one of the best Scooby Doo films you have to see. If you've not seen it, you need to see it. You will not be disappointed by any way, shape, or form. However, I will say the ending of it was just flat out awesome, with, all the zombies, disintegrate into nothing once the cat creatures are gone. Honestly, while I could say it was a bit disturbing, maybe to younger kids, I personally thought it was a really great film. I personally really enjoyed it. I mean, not sure how many of you guys have seen this film, but this is definitely one of those movies I can watch over and over again, and I will not, get sick of it. This movie is definitely a must if you're a Scooby Doo fan, and I really highly recommend Scooby Doo on Zombie Island. If you're a zombie fan like myself, you'll definitely like this. Kids will enjoy this because this is a kid friendly movie, although adults will definitely like it too, even if they're Scooby Doo fans. So, I guess with that being said and that being the case, I personally really like the animation of it. The songs are pretty good. The animation of it is flat out amazing. I mean, this film is definitely a must see if you're a Scooby Doo fan. I mean, I have not watched Scooby Doo in like a long I mean, I have watched Scooby Doo a couple times, but I do plan to watch this movie be around this time because well, it's a Halloween themed a lot of Scooby Doo movies are like Halloween themed, so you definitely will see why how great that it is. So, is there anything else I have to really say about this film? Well, I could definitely say it's a pretty good movie. I highly recommend it for anybody who is a zombie fan or a Scooby Doo fan. So, I will say right now, you will definitely not be disappointed if you ever see this film. This film is flat out amazing. It's great. You will not be disappointed. It is such a great film. I personally like this, and you will definitely see how amazing it is. So, yeah. I guess with that being the case and with that being said, I'm personally going to sit here and say, like I'm going to say, this is just simply my own personal opinion, and if you disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions in regards to these creepypastas. This is just simply my own personal thoughts. I'm going to give this story a. I'm going to give this one a, well, 10 out of 10. Well, it's not. Well, the story of it was pretty good. Animation, I give it a 10 out of 10 because you know, I can't, sit there and and say that that movie sucks. It doesn't suck at all. It's flat out amazing, well made in detail. You personally will not be disappointed by any kind. So there is definitely that. However, I will also say that you guys will definitely really enjoy this film. The songs are pretty good in this one. I can definitely say the songs are really good. I can also really say right now, besides the songs being good, I can definitely say that the characters were really well made, especially later on in the movie when we see, the villains, Lena and Simone, they become nice at the beginning, but then they backstab the game and show their true colors later on. I mean, the whole film overall, I give it a 10 out of 10. It is amazing, well-made Scooby-Doo film. You will not be disappointed. I highly recommend you guys check out this Scooby-Doo film if you haven't. And as always, I will say right now, I recommend this to anybody who's a Scooby Doo fan. I recommend this to anybody for Halloween. If you want to watch a Halloween movie and you want to feel, like you're going back to the 1990s, I definitely recommend Scooby Doo on Zombie Island. I mean, this is not just any film you can watch just solely in September and October. You could watch this movie at any time. I mean, it is a really good film. With Scooby Doo, I mean, I've never met a person who never liked Scooby Doo. I never had once met a person who never liked Scooby Doo. This film is definitely a must see. If you are a huge fan of him, you'll definitely like this film. So, I guess with that being said and that being the case, that's pretty much all I have to really say. But if I'm missing something, please let me know what it is in the comments below. Now, I'm going to say right now, I am Mr. Chigo. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, if you want to check out my main channel known as the Lion Queen, link to that will be in the About page section. In the channel section of my channel page when you click on my channel, so you will be able to see it. Also, if you want to go check out my other social media on my main account, such as my DeviantArt and Twitter, links to those will be in the About page section of my main channel. So, yeah, I mean, if I'm missing something about this film that I did not get to, please let me know what it is in the comments below. But I'm pretty sure I got everything, so there's definitely that. So, I guess with that being the case and that being said, what did you guys personally think of this movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know what you all think in the comments. So, as always, I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video. Peace out, and like always, I will see you all next time.